longer live, and there's no audio. So for that, I apologize. So I'm gonna try to, let me just go over here and make sure I've got audio. Okay, yeah, so I can hear myself. So basically, I was talking about Michelle Parker. I saw her case come up a few days back, and I got an impression, like an immediate impression, that she had basically a stalker. There was a guy who is basically built like The Rock. White male, bald head, like really stocky. And a uniform is synonymous with him. So he's like a corrections officer or a court officer, somebody of authority with a uniform. I don't get police officer, but I get something else, some sort of like county employee. So again, county or state employee. So like corrections or maybe county jail or something like that. So I get that the impression that I got was that she was put or walked into or forced into like some sort of subterraneous like room, some sort of like concrete, like almost like a bunker, and was kind of like forced to go in and sealed in there basically and left there. I don't get that it was her ex-boyfriend. I talked about how I just saw the divorce court episode, and I didn't get that from him, even though there's a lot of circumstantial evidence and there's a lot of people that feel like it's the ex-boyfriend or the ex-fiance. And a lot of people are probably going to be upset that I'm saying this, but I didn't get it that it's him. I get that it's somebody different, that this person was stalking her. This could have been somebody that she was bartending to. I know she worked as a bartender. I know that she was trying to get her business going, her spray tan business going. And their relationship was so tumultuous over a span of like several years. So there were people saying that, well, he probably hurt her because the divorce court episode aired. And my thing was that they were estranged then, so when he was suing her, they were not getting along then. So he wouldn't have been surprised by her saying certain things in divorce court to the point where it would have triggered him hurting her. Now, they were together a long time. And if he really wanted to hurt her, he could have hurt her before she even got pregnant because, again, they were like off and on, off and on, off and on. So sometimes you really got to look at the relationship and like really kind of examine, because some of us have been in those relationships, you know what I mean? And this person that I see that's stalking her is more of like I feel like he's probably done this once before to another female, and that he was stalking her for some time and she didn't even know it. Like, this is somebody that she was familiar with, probably had a conversation with 3 to 4 times in passing. And I think he followed her that day and somehow, I don't know, somehow got her on the road. I don't know how it was done. I didn't get those impressions. The only impression I got was her looking up at him from being forced into like this subterraneous space, which was outside. It was outside, and there's like a driveway along the side of it. So there's a driveway to the left of the space, and there's nothing but grass. So I feel like this is probably like a bunker. This is a bunker, and it's a cement room. And he sealed her in there. And what could have triggered her stalker was the episode airing that day. Because maybe this guy who is, not really well rounded, maybe he needed to feel that he, like after she was exposed on television, maybe he needed to feel like he just needed to have her in a way where, he knew where she was and he could just control her and have her. I don't know. I can't explain. But yeah, I don't see the ex-fiance, and a lot of people are not gonna like that. I see somebody completely different. This guy is bigger. He's got some kind of county job in law enforcement. And and he forced her into this space. He didn't violate her. He didn't kill her. He just left her there. Well, he did kill her because he left her there. He locked her into this like bunker. He locked her into a bunker. And I believe that he did plan this. I believe he planned it. And maybe because I feel like she was probably talking about like her problems with this ex. Of course she was. Of course she was talking about it. Like people knew that this was a bad situation. There were things that happened very publicly where the police were involved. And she talked about it on the divorce court show, like how there were witnesses and things, to him doing things, like the ex doing things. And but I don't get that from him. And I know he has like a really bad past, but I think if he was gonna hurt her, he would have did it. This is something completely different. This is somebody different. And so that was the impression. The impression was a description of the guy that did it and that it was not him. This guy is a lot larger. Like I said, he reminds me of The Rock, of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But he's a white male, bald head, and he works for corrections. Or he's a court officer. And he probably knew her because she was a bartender. Okay, so that's what I have for Michelle Parker. And then somebody asked about Dezi Freeman. Hold on, guys. I had this all up before, but for some reason there was no audio on the other live, so I just wanted to come back and do it again. So this gentleman, somebody asked me to do his reading or to see if he was, to look into it. Excuse me. And I feel like he defended himself. This is what I'm getting from him, that he defended himself against these two officers that ended up getting killed, that he killed, supposedly. But I think I felt like they went to him and they tried to box him in. And I think that they were even willing to kill him and then claim that, they had probable cause because of something he did. So I feel like those officers went there and were willing to set him up, and he defended himself. So he's on the run right now. This is a case out of Australia. And somebody had left a comment asking that I look into this. So I do feel like he's innocent. And yeah. This is Dezi Freeman. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to come back and do the live over because, again, there was no audio on the other one. So I'll see you guys in the next live. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting. Hello to everyone. Take care, guys.